Hello? Is it working? I think it is. If you can see me, I was going to say do a thumbs up. How do I see comments? See, they recently changed to Google+. Chat. Maybe? Oh, on YouTube I can see comments. Okay, hold on 1 second. Maybe. Pick this account. Accept. YouTube Hangouts. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, that didn't work at all. Hold on 1 second. How do I get out of this? I can't see myself anymore. I mean, that's fine, but oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to go on to YouTube now so that I can see the comments. If I can find it. You're in the pre-show right now. The pre-show. Okay. Live events. Click on it. There it is. Oh, wow, there's a lot of comments already because I'm late. I'm sorry. Oh, good. Okay, so quickly I'm going to just share this link on Facebook and Twitter, and then I'll actually start looking at your comments. So here's me copying the link. This part is really exciting, I know. So also my laptop is really high up right now. Facebook. And it's down for Twitter. Twitter. Diabetic Danica page. Found to post a link. But everyone who's going to come is probably already here because I'm late. So paste it. And post that. There we go. And now just Twitter. Stay with me, folks. We're almost there, I promise. Okay. Paste. I should probably say something in this tweet. I'm live. Come say hi. Tweet it. Twitter. Okay. It's officially up. Okay. Hopefully it's still working. Let me make sure. Where'd it go? Oh no. Did I stop it? All of you, if you're watching, are like, nope. I can still see you. No, I didn't. Okay. Let me actually look at your comments now because people have commented. Let me look at your comments. Okay. So I'm officially starting the live stream now because I've now tweeted and Facebooked it. So if you're here, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. It's been a long time since I did a live stream, and basically it's just because I forgot. And also because I got editing software again, and so I wasn't trying to fill the lack of videos with edited things, or not edited things, with live streams. And I also have a new laptop, so hopefully the live stream works better on this one. That's another reason why I wasn't doing it, is because my other laptop was really old, and so it really couldn't handle it. So let's see all the comments. They're out of order. Should I not hopeful? Oh, no, they're not. Okay, so the first comment is from Cedric, and it says, "Yo, Dan, bro, what's up, man?" I'm a girl, but what's up? Let's see. Well, I just moved to nursing school. That's the biggest thing with me. If you notice, I'm in a different place, and that's because I recently moved, and I actually start nursing school really, really soon. So that's pretty exciting and scary and all of the above, because while I need nursing to be a diabetes educator, nursing is not exactly what I want to do, and so it's like a foundation for what I want to do, but that means that for a while I kind of have to deal with the nitty-gritty stuff of nursing before I can be an educator. So it's kind of like, I don't know. But I might end up just loving nursing. You never know. It'll be different, that's for sure. It'll be fun. But that's what's up with me, man. What's up with you? Someone asked me if I'm live. I am now. Sorry I'm late. Rocky Horror Carla said he has to go to bed probably and he'll miss this opportunity. It's okay, I'll do more live streams. And I just said your name, so hopefully that's a shout out enough. CZ Babe 100 says, can I be your first question? I'm in the UK, I'm 27, I've been diagnosed type 1 since March. They say I'm a rare case and my diabetes will worsen over time. Do you know anyone? And then the comment ends. Oh, second comment. Know anyone else who can relate to this? I'm very confused and so it's unpredictable. I don't know how I'm supposed to manage it. Blah, blah, blah. Rare case. Do I know anyone else? I mean, I'd have to know information, more information. 27, type 1 diagnosis is not uncommon, not super rare. What makes your diabetes rare? I don't really understand. Please explain. No Potato says hi. Where is everyone? I'm here. Jamie Pangborn is taking a break from work to chat. Starting soon, what does that mean? I'm so sorry I'm late. I'm sorry. I did not type the starting soon message, by the way. That's something that YouTube/Google Plus does. So, yeah. Jamie Pangborn also said, Danica, I just want to thank you for taking the time to make videos. You're the reason I'm finally getting on a pump and Dexcom. That's awesome. I've heard so many people say that I'm the reason they got a Dexcom or I'm the reason they got a pump. I think that's awesome because I just love both of those things. And I want to share the love, so yeah. Show new comments. There are a lot more comments this time than usual. And I like it. Update automatically. How about that? Yeah, much better. Much better. Now it's going like too fast. Let me try this. Sorry, I'm not super tech savvy, so. Oh, Cyclobetic says, I have been up for the night 40 hours doing uni work, but staying up to watch this. Wow. A lot of people are staying up to watch this, and I feel kind of bad because they don't have anything planned. I'm just going to answer questions, so hopefully you're okay with that. Here's a real question. James Haddix wants to know, why didn't you become an endocrinologist besides the $100,000 in debt required to become one? Mainly, couple of reasons. I didn't become an endocrinologist. My endo really wanted me to, actually. He kept asking me to be one, kind of in a joking way, but kind of like, I don't know, he probably wants to because he's one as well. But basically, I didn't want to be in school that long. I'm kind of getting done with school mentally, and it's like, with residency and everything, it's like 14 years, I think, something really long. And then also, I don't like their hours as much. You know, they're on call a lot. They have long, long hours, and I eventually someday would like to have like a family, and I like to have very normal hours. Being on call all the time is not really for me, and so that part of it. And then also, doctors tend to do more of like the calculations, and that's really good. And actually, I kind of like math at times, but the educator really sits down with the patient and talks to them for longer and really gets to know them, I feel like, more than a doctor would. So that's kind of why I went to the diabetes educator route. So yeah. Morgan's Makeup says, hi, Morgan's Makeup. I keep stuttering in this video. I am sorry for that. It's been a long day, apparently. Let's see. CZ Babe 100 says hello. Hello. Does anybody have any legit questions? Because, like I said, didn't plan anything. I literally decided to do this live stream like last night, I think. Also, the questions being random. Okay, so the person that was saying that their diabetes is rare is going to explain it to me. She, I would guess, maybe he, my blood sugars went really high. I was on both background and fast-acting insulin. It's gradually gone down through the weeks, and now I'm down 10 units of background a day. See, all that sounds normal to me. When you're first diagnosed with diabetes, your pancreas still usually produces a little bit of insulin, and so you tend to take less insulin than someone who's had it for a while. It's called the honeymoon phase, and so that sounds normal. Being really high at first and then gradually going down through the week sounds normal because they're adjusting your rates. They don't want to give you too much all at once and make you drop a lot, so they kind of tentatively give you a certain amount of insulin, and then hopefully they adjust it along the way until they get you the right dosage, because it's all kind of guessing until they know for sure what you need. So yeah, it all sounds normal to me. I don't know exactly why they said it was rare, but yeah. No Potato wants to know, Danica, do you even lift? Bro? Uh, no. But I did play basketball in high school and middle school and elementary school, so I got some guns. See that? Tries to flex. I do run, though. I like cardio. I don't like weights. I don't know. I just don't. I'm sorry. New comments. That's my segue music. Let's see, what else? James Haddix wants to know, when do you typically do a correction bolus? Well, always. Before, well, I think before I was on the CGM, maybe I didn't always correct. No, I did. It was a little bit more complicated when I was on shots because, well, first of all, I was new, but also I didn't know, I think mostly because I was new. Like, for example, when I was on shots and I didn't have a CGM, I would usually only correct if I was noticeably high, I think. I mean, it's hard to remember that far back. But now I'll correct anything. Like, I want to be really close to 100, between 80 and 100, really. And so even if I'm like 150, I'll still put that blood sugar in and give the little amount of insulin needed to bring it down to 100, just because a normal diabetic won't go above 140, and so even 150 is still not really something that you want to be at for a long time even. It's not super bad, I'm not saying that, but since I have the pump and I have the CGM and I have such tight control, or like at least vision of my control, it's easier that way. So even if I'm like, you know, 170, 180, 200, 300, anything, I'll correct because I don't want to be that. And then if I do see myself going low on my CGM, then I can just change it. So I always correct if I need to, if I'm anywhere above where I want to be. Yeah, so the person who's asking about their diabetes is saying, it's like my pancreas is working and then it's not, and pills don't work for me, so it must be insulin or nothing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like I said, honeymoon phase, your pancreas is actually still working, but not always. So Morgan's Makeup wants to know, how long have you had diabetes? She's had it for 7 years and is 13. I've had it for 11 years in August, which is crazy because I feel like I just hit 10 years. And so officially in August, I will have had diabetes for the same amount of time that I have not had diabetes. Crazy. Dalton Merp wants to know, how does drinking alcohol affect your blood sugars? I am planning to do an entire video on this, but I feel like I need a little bit more experience with alcohol, not in a weird way, not in a I'm going to get drunk kind of way, because that's just not my scene, but just like more closely look at my blood sugars for video purposes when I do. Although I kind of know how to fix me. Anyway, the point is, I don't drink a whole lot, but alcohol does lower your blood sugar actually, which is really cool, I think. I don't know, it's better than raising it, right? But the thing is, so when you drink, you have to be really careful that you're eating with it, or if it's like a sugary drink, don't bolus for the sugar in it. So like if you're having, sorry for the sirens, if you're having a really, like what's a good example of one? Like a mojito or something, or a margarita that's really flavored, a lot of sugar in there, that's kind of nice because it's going to match the effect of the alcohol dropping your blood sugar. Or if you're not, if you're having like a beer that's not super sugary, you can have like fries with it or something. And I usually will just bolus for part of the food that I eat. One time it was my 21st birthday, and I had, what's it called, a peach Bellini, and then I had chocolate cake, and so I just didn't bolus for the chocolate cake, or maybe I bolus for a little bit of it, and it worked out perfectly, and my numbers were like stable, so it was cool. But if you're under 21 or whatever the drinking age is in your country, please do not drink. I personally don't get drunk ever. If I ever drink, I just have one or two because I feel like, well, a couple of reasons. One, it's just not my scene. I don't think it's really the best thing to do that. But another reason is if I ever passed out from alcohol, say, and I was super drunk, I wouldn't be able to take care of my diabetes, and I'm the one who controls my diabetes. And so say I was really drunk and I passed out from a low blood sugar, someone might just think, oh man, she's so drunk, and I wouldn't get the help that I need, and it could be really dangerous. So that's kind of my thoughts on that. But there are tons of diabetics who do the party scene, and I just think it's not super safe. What was the other thing I was going to say about alcohol? Maybe that was it. Oh, no, it's not. Also, alcohol actually depletes the glycogen. The glycogen stores in your liver, and so if you do go low, your liver isn't going to kick in and help you at all to get up, which is really scary. And that also means that your glucagon shot, the emergency one for when you're low, it won't work if you have a lot of alcohol in your system, because there's nothing for the liver to give you from that shot, because basically the shot causes your liver to dump out glucose, glycogen, blah, 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 all these crazy words, basically sugar. And so if you don't have that in your liver, it's not going to work. So that's really scary, because if you were drunk and you passed out, they did figure out it was your diabetes, they gave you a glucagon shot, it wouldn't work. You would have to go to the hospital and get an IV. So it doesn't seem worth it to me. And one more reason, I'm going to stop talking about alcohol in a second, I promise. But also, I feel like I work so hard to make sure that I feel good, and alcohol often does not make you feel good if you have a lot of it. It's literally pretty much poison. And so if I try so hard to make myself feel good, why would I ruin that by ingesting much alcohol and feeling nauseous and throwing up and all that? So I limit myself, and it drops my blood sugar, so make sure to have sugar and not bullets for everything. Hopefully that answered your question. Yeah, moving right along. Hopefully I see all the comments. The comments setup is kind of different than it was before. Keep having to refresh the page, and then it shows me comments I already saw. McKate315 says, current favorite low foods? She's 66 right now with 2.2 units of active insulin. Juice to the rescue. I know that feel. Favorite low foods? I mean, not always. A lot. I really want chocolate milk when I'm low, and I never have it in the house, but it's really, really good, and I like that. I love Nutella, always, but unfortunately, okay, Nutella tastes so good on its own, right? But then when you're low too, it's like it tastes even better, and I always end up eating way too much of it, and it has the nuts in it, the hazelnuts, and so that protein sometimes makes it hit a little bit later than you want it to, and you end up going high. So I don't really recommend it for lows unless you definitely manage your portions and maybe have it with juice too or something. But that tastes the best when I'm low. If I'm really low and want to get it fast, juice is always the best because it just makes you feel better really fast. No Potato wants to know what date I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed on August 27th. That's my anniversary. Taylor Harris wants to know, what was your last A1C? My last A1C was 7.1, I think. Yeah. I think it went 6, my last few, I think it was 6.8, 7.1, 6.9, 7.1. Maybe. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Pretty much that. I have a really bad memory. It was pretty good, let's just say that. Rasha Longmire wants to know, how long did it take you to move from shots to the pump? I initially did not want the pump. If you've been watching my videos, I was initially really, really scared of shots, and so it took long enough just to adjust to the shots, let alone think about having something like that on me all the time. And so I was on shots for 3 years, and I went to diabetes camp. Actually, before that, I went to diabetes camp too, but basically diabetes camp is what kind of made me want one, because a lot of people there had them, and they went through the lines much quicker than I did when I had to wait and give a shot, and they could just push buttons, because there's all these lines you have to check with the doctor and count your carbs, and they figure it all out with you, and then watch while you take your insulin. It was so much faster to do that. I thought they just looked cool with their pumps, and I was like, I want one of those, and so I got one. So it took me 3 years, I guess, but I didn't really want one before. 1 second. It's kind of warm today. But once I decided I wanted the pump, it took a few months at least to get it approved by insurance. Initially, insurance did not want to approve it, which was really annoying, and it took a while to convince them, but we kept trying. So, yeah. The person who was asking about their rare diabetes says, thank you. I love your videos. They're the first I watched when I was diagnosed. Very fun to watch and informative. Don't stop making them, please. I will not stop making them. I mean, realistically, probably someday, but I'm just saying, like, anytime soon, I'm not planning on stopping. I love what I got going, and it's something that I want to do for a career, really. So, I mean, not this specifically, but diabetes education. So, I'm in it for the long haul. James Haddix, who asked about when you correct for high blood sugar, says like 2 or 3 hours after a meal or after all your IOB is gone. I don't wait till IOB is gone because my calculator and my pump will subtract for IOB, and since I have a Dexcom, I can kind of really see if my IOB hourage, like the number of hours that insulin affects my body. I pretty much know, because I can see it on my CGM if I'm paying close enough attention, and so I know that it's 2.5 hours for me, I think. Maybe it's 3. It changes sometimes, but so I just figure out the correction on my pump, and it subtracts IOB, and so I just give the rest because I know that the insulin in my body is not quite enough, and sometimes it is enough, and then I don't correct, obviously, because I have that insulin in my body, but if I don't, I add that onto it. Allie Bieber says, hi, Danica. Hi, Allie. A Maglioch. I almost just butchered your name. Actually, I still can't say it. Magliocco? That's wrong. She's actually the one that told me, or asked me if I could do a live stream again, so thank you for your awesome suggestion. Can you do some more ping pump videos like other features, like how to pair your meter and pump and how to get utilities, like total daily dose and IOB? I totally can, actually. Somebody else asked me recently to pair the meter and the pump on camera, and I didn't think that that was, like, I was going to do it for her because she, like, really wanted to see it, but I didn't realize that more than one person would want to see that, so that's cool. I'll definitely do that video. How to get to total daily dose and IOB. Yeah, I mean, sure. I could show that in the same video, probably, actually. I should probably write that down. I'll remember. Remind me. Can you write it on my Facebook page, actually, and then I'll write it down later? That'd be great. Samu Root 1987 says that he was, I think it's a he, was recently diagnosed and wondering what are the advantages of a pump compared to shots. I take shots and I'm in good control. Diagnosed a little over a year ago. If you have really good control with shots, don't fix what's not broken, and if you're totally content with shots, like you don't see it as inhibiting like your schedule at all, then yeah, stick with it. I personally stopped liking shots as much. I mean, I never liked them, but because I started taking 6 a day, and it also just stopped working for me, to be honest. My control wasn't good, but back when it was good, for a while I had to be on a schedule, I had to get up at the same time, I had to eat the same carbs every day, then it switched to just being a lot of shots. And so that's what I didn't like. The thing I like better about the pump compared to shots, though, is for me at least the control's much better because you can literally pick how much insulin you get every single, even half hour if you want to. I was going to say hour, but even half hour. And so that's a lot better because, like, for instance, on Lantus or Levemir, you're going to have however it releases in your body. You take it once a day, maybe twice. And however it releases is how it's going to affect you. So you have to have snacks at certain times, right? If it goes to kind of a peak, you don't want to go low. But this, you can see if you're going low every day at 3, you don't have to eat a snack at 3. You can just change it in your pump to like 2 or 3 hours before you lower the insulin so that by the time 3 comes around, you don't go low. I just love that. Like any trends that you see, you can adjust it and totally fine-tune your insulin needs for your needs, like exactly what you need at each time of day. And that's amazing. I also like the IOB feature, insulin on board. It tells you how much insulin you still have working in your bottom in your body. It must be a long day. I cannot talk today. How much insulin is still working in your body so that you don't stack boluses. So like say it says I'm 200 and I'm like, oh no, I better give more insulin, and I forget that I just gave insulin like an hour ago. I can look and it'll tell me, no, you still have 1.5 units or whatever it is. So I really like that as well. I also like when you're exercising, you don't have to have more carbs necessarily for the exercise because you can just choose to get less insulin. The temp basal feature is amazing. You can just choose for the next, hour and a half, I want to get 70% less of my insulin, and then for that hour and a half, you get less insulin, and so you don't plummet during exercise. So I really like that. Also, if you're sick, you need more insulin all the time, you can up it like plus 30% for all day long. So those are the main things I think I like about the pump. It's hard to remember them all because there's so many in the brain. But I mean, it's really a personal decision. I've heard of people who tried the pump and I think decided to go back to shots, but they're more rare, I feel like. Once you try the pump, most people, I feel like, stick with it. And wow, these are long answers to your questions. I also think I might turn on my fan. It's getting kind of warm in here. Maybe. We're loading the questions. Let's see. Let's see what question I want to ask. Okay, I don't know how to say your name. Pohai81 says, aloha, Danica. Aloha, I'm guessing you're from Hawaii. I've been a type 2 diabetic for 13 years and noticed that hemoglobin level meter isn't working as well as it used to. What could be causing this? Would I benefit being on a pump? Let's see. I don't know as much about type 2, I'll be completely honest. But I would guess that if you haven't been upping your doses at all, it could just be that your insulin sensitivity has changed. This happens to me all the time. As my schedule changes, my insulin sensitivity changes. So if I have a lot of activity, like walking to and from classes, I need a lot less insulin every single day. But if my schedule changes and I'm sitting at, say, a desk all day, I need more insulin, and so my sensitivity changes. And so it could just be your sensitivity is changing, you need more insulin than you used to. If you are raising it a lot and it's still not helping, it could just be, not enough of a fine-tuning dosage type of thing, because eventually, like, I was on Lantus and it just, my mom was getting up all through the night to check me and fix things, and it still really wasn't working, and so we just needed the abilities that the pump has. So I don't have a lot of experience hearing of type 2s on the pump, but I know it does happen, and so if it's something you're interested in, I would definitely ask your doctor. Because again, not a medical professional. Please do not take any of this as medical advice. It's just what I would say and what I would do and all of that. Mega Kaylee 101 says, can you do another what's in your bag video? I'm thinking about that. Somebody else asked me to do that, and so I think I will. If you want me to, leave it in the comments. Let's see. Monique Peterson says, any suggestions for someone's first day with a pump? Getting one this weekend. My first day with the pump was pretty cool. I don't know. Like, someone comes to your house and they sit down with you and they teach you everything. They teach you how to put in the pump set and how to fill it with insulin, and they answer any questions you have. And it's really nice. At least that's what I did for me. They might have you go in the hospital and do that, but one thing that I did wrong on my first day was I didn't put the set all the way down on the skin, and so my very first set that I put in, I messed up, and so I clicked it, and it tried to go in, and then it didn't, and so they made me redo it. So definitely make sure that it's flat against your body if you have like an inserter. Robert Holmes wants to know, is your new Animus pump different than your old one? If so, what's different? No, it's the exact same pump. I just did the unboxing video so that people could see what it's like if you get one for the first time, because people seem to like to know that. And so it's the same one, but it's just shinier and less damaged. Yeah, pretty much. Sammy Rooch, 1987, wants to know, is there any diabetes tech you're looking forward to that isn't pump related? I don't use a pump and don't have anything to look forward to. As far as like blood sugar meters, I mean, there's probably, I would imagine Dexcom's working on a new Dexcom, but I don't actually know. That was a complete guess. Honestly don't, because the blood sugar meter that I use is connected to my pump, and so I don't really keep up to date with those. I know there's some cool ones that you can put in your iPhone, and then you can check your blood sugar on your iPhone if you have a little attachment thing. That's pretty cool. And there's some cool meters out there. Let me know. I don't know. I'm going to turn on my fan. 1 second. Also my light. Because it's dark and cold. It's dark and hot. Let's see. I think this is a question. I don't really know how to answer that question, though, because it's very specific. I'm going to move on. Let's see. This is a good question. I don't know how to say your name, though. CZBabe100 asked, have you ever had a burnout day, meaning diabetes burnout, where you just get so tired of it all and you don't want to do anything and it's horrible? I have, but I still always do everything. Like, I know some people go through diabetes burnout where they just get tired of it all and they literally stop taking care of themselves. And I'm not really like that. I'm more like, I have days where I get frustrated with it. Say I'm high all day and I've been trying everything and it's not coming down. I'm going to feel that. I'm going to be like, what the heck, diabetes? Why are you so mean today? But I still keep at it and I still try. And there's definitely days where it hits me that this is like a lifelong thing and that it's never going to go away. And that can be a bit of a downer if you focus on the fact that this is something forever. But if you really focus on today and doing everything you can today, it's really makes it a lot easier. So I'm human. I definitely have those days where I'm like, diabetes, you are the worst. But then I just jump right back and live my life. So James Haddix wants to know, on your Dexcom, do you have a predictive low alert? It's a setting on the Elite sensor that I've been tinkering with. That one's for the mini-med that he's talking about. Predictive low. It's not called that on the Dexcom. It's more like I have it set to alarm me if I'm dropping straight down. So there's a stable arrow, a kind of dropping arrow, and then a straight down arrow, and there's a double down arrow. So if it's straight down or double down, it will alarm me. And so while it doesn't necessarily mean you're for sure going low, it's good because if I'm like 100 and I get an alert that I'm dropping, then I can fix it before I ever go low. So kind of. It's not really called that, though. Somebody said I skipped their question. Repost the question because my questions are actually all out of order. So I might not have skipped it. It might just be out of order. So keep posting if you really want me to answer it. I don't know why I do this between all of the questions. Let's see. What else? I'm kind of out of breath from talking so long. Also so fast. I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast. Also, I'm sorry that it's getting dark. I wonder if there's better lighting. Is this better lighting? Is this better lighting? Is this better lighting? We're just going to do a full circle. Let's see where the best lighting is. Is this good? No, that's worse. That's worse. It helps with the light. Ooh, right there. But then I can't put it anywhere. Should I just hold it? No, I'm going to put it back. I'm sorry. Right back where you were. Okay. How long has this been going on to? I don't want to like overstay my welcome and like have it go too long because that would be annoying. One person says they started on the pump 9 weeks ago, and I was just wondering, would it be worth getting the Dexcom? And this is Abby Davidson, by the way. I recognize your name because you make videos. Hey. Obviously, I think it's worth getting the Dexcom. Maybe not so soon. You've only had it 9 weeks, which is like 2 months and a week. And so, I mean, you're still probably getting used to the pump. So I would let yourself adjust to the pump. Wait until you're completely used to it, completely functioning normally with it, where it's routine pretty much. And then maybe think about the Dexcom. I like the Dexcom because, let me rethink about all my reasons. I mean, obviously, the best thing about it is that it alarms if you're high or low. So if I'm asleep and I go low and I happen to not wake up from it because I'm just out or I just don't feel that one for some reason, it alarms. It makes me up. And same if I'm high, so I don't end up being high all night. I catch it right away, and that's really good. And same during the day, too. I catch things way sooner. And like I said with the down arrow alarm, I catch those way sooner. It's just great. And then the other good thing is you can see between the checks. And so when you check this time, this time, this time, this time, and you see those numbers, it's helpful, but you don't actually see what's happening between them. So say there was a spike between this number and this number, if you were just checking your blood sugar, you would never see that, but if you have the Dexcom, you can see on the graph that it spiked. And so it just gives you way more information, helps you better adjust levels and things like that. So those are the main reasons, I would say. Hopefully that was the most of them. The most of them. English is hard. Aw, Jamie Pangborn said, off subject, your bedding is super cute. Thank you, I just got it because I just moved in and I didn't have anything. So, I like it though. It's it. Thank you. Okay, Ryan Cassidy in Northern Ireland says, would you choose the Animus Vibe over your Ping even though it doesn't have a meter remote? I have to choose between a Medtronic Paradigm Veil and Animus Vibe. Personally, for me, I would much prefer to have an integrated CGM over a meter remote. And I recently had someone message me and say that they would rather have the meter remote because then they can you know, wear dresses easier and still bolus and stuff. I don't wear dresses that much. Usually my pump is very accessible to me, and so I don't really use the meter remote that much. At least I don't need to. I do because it's there, but I could easily just do it from my pump, and so I just think it'd be nice to not have to carry two devices. So I would choose that. But if, well, Ryan, I guess could be a girl name. Mostly it's a boy name though. But if your pump isn't accessible to you a lot, then the meter remote is great, or if like it's for your kid or something, but otherwise, like the pump is easily reachable, so I would like that. But if you're, I know in a lot of countries that have the Vibe, they have the Vibe, but they don't actually have the integrated CGM available to them, so then it's like, there's no point, get the Ping, but yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a little bit sleepy. Self-Reliance NZ wants to know, how do you handle spontaneous exercise? Spontaneous exercise. Well, it's really nice with the pump because most exercise at least takes a little bit to kick in, and so what I do is I do a temp basal. I just choose to get a little bit or a lot of it, depending on the exercise, less insulin for the time that I'm exercising, and then regardless, I always have snacks with me, and so if something does happen, I can eat, or if I know that I'm going to go low, I can just eat a snack before that happens. So just always be prepared. Carry snacks. KidPsych2B said, do you still use the ugly black case the Animus came with? My 4-year-old probably doesn't care, but I would like to get her a new one. You mean for the checker? You mean for the checker? No, I don't. I have that flowery one from Sugar Medical Supply. If you mean for the pump itself, I don't use a pump case. I use a pump, obviously. I just use this little clip thingy where I put it in my pocket. Well, y'all. No Potato wants to know, what position did you play in basketball? I'm a powered forward on my school team. We didn't call it that. I'm pretty sure it's like the post position, the tall people down by the basket. I think that's called a power forward too. Not a point guard, not the other people, down low people. Thank you for all these good questions, by the way. They are very good. They're good questions. I like them. Aw, Beyond Dancer XO said, I love you. I love you too. Have you ever been to diabetes camp? Kelsey Moore said. I have. I went to diabetes camp actually the first year I was diagnosed, which was really, really good. If you have a diabetes camp in your area, I totally recommend it. Also, if you don't have, they're kind of expensive because they provide you with medical, support and advice and supplies and food and all of that, and they check in the middle of the night and stuff, so it costs kind of a lot, but there are scholarships usually available, and so you can, if you're having financial trouble, ask for that, and then they'll pay for it too, so that's even better. But yeah, I want to do a video on diabetes camp too. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. It should be bumped up higher on my list because they're really great. I went the first year I was diagnosed, and I was 11, and I went to, how many years did I go there? You can only go until you're like 18, I think. It might have been 7 years. I went to one camp, and then I also found another camp that I went to, so I've been to two actually. And the greatest thing about them is just there's diabetics everywhere. And for once in your life, diabetes is the completely normal thing. You hear people talk about their pump and their blood sugar all the time, and it's not just you anymore. And that's like the coolest thing ever. And then they also provide you so much support. You know, they put all the carb counts up for all the food. They help you calculate your doses and adjust your insulin and ratios if you need it, and they remind you to do stuff. And then at night, since you have so much activity during the day at diabetes camp, they check your blood sugar for you and make sure that you're all good. You know, all the counselors are trained, and then at the same time, you also just do all the regular camp stuff that everyone else does, except for your counselors are used to diabetics and they have all the supplies if you go low, and it's just amazing. You make so many diabetes, so many friends, so it's really good. I'd do it if I was you. Once you're 18, though, get out. You can be a counselor, though, after. I have a couple of friends that did that. Hi, Brianna. You're so nice. I think I'm looking super adorable. Let's see. Aw. So Kids Psych to Be said that they did mean, do you still use the black case for your checker? And since her little diabetic is 4, she wears a pump pouch. I think those, I don't know if I've said this before in a video, I think those are so cute. That's like one of my favorite things about little diabetic kids is they're freaking adorable, colorful, cute pump pouches that they wear, and they just rock those things with their bellies, and it's so cute. Sorry, I just got a glimpse of the sunset. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. But I'll show you the meter case I use. Ta-da! This was from Sugar Medical Supply because I did a giveaway with them, and so they gave me one as well. Hopefully there's not a million strips in here. Here's the inside. So yeah, that's the case I use. I prefer it. I think it's really fun compared to the black case. So check them out. I'm sure other companies probably do it too. Show y'all. But yeah, how are you guys doing, by the way? I haven't asked how you are. I wish this could be more of like a double-sided thing, but since there's 36 of you right now and one of me, that could get really loud. So let's not do that. Monique Peterson wants to know, what has been the worst / most awkward moment that your pump alarmed? Well, here's the thing. So it only took it going off one time in class for me to continually put it on vibrate, because you know how high school is. I was in high school, it's a quiet moment in class, and my pump goes, what's the song it did? It's like, and everyone thought it was a phone, and they're like, ooh, like you gonna get in trouble type of thing. And I was like, it was my pump. And then everyone was like, oh. So it wasn't really like super embarrassing, but you know that moment, like when your phone goes off or something in a quiet space where your heart is just like, oh, no, that was me. And so ever since then, it's always been on vibrate, so it doesn't really create those awkward, disturbing moments. And I still hear it because I just do. It's pretty loud on vibrate. I'm also going to plug in my computer real quick because it is dying. And if it dies while I'm doing this, that would be really unfortunate. Also, I got a new computer. I already said that. So hopefully this is working better. Hopefully. Yes. Yes. Let's see what else. Counseling. Go straight to your pump and adjust automatically. Sorry, I'm just have to read like which questions I want to answer. Oh, Kelsey Moore wants to know, how many meters do you have? I don't even know, because I always get them free. If you ever go to a diabetes expo, they're free. If you go to your endocrinologist and just ask for one, at least for me, I can always get one. I think I have like 3 minis, One Touch minis. I have One Touch Ultra, probably 2 of those. One Touch Ultra 2, and then 2 of the Animus ones. I think I have 8 meters, maybe 9. No, I have 9 because I also have a Contour. I think I have 9 meters. And how many do I use? One with a backup. So a little bit much. Self-reliance. New Zealand said, would you get an encapsulated pig cell transplant if or when it is available in your country? It's being developed in New Zealand. I have not heard of that. I've heard of regular cell transplants, pancreas transplants, and basically those don't work because diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Your pancreas just in turn attacks the new cells, but this says encapsulated, so I'm guessing that what you mean is they've made it so that the autoimmune response doesn't affect it. And so for me personally, I would wait to see if it works. You know, give the tests a couple of years to see if the autoimmune response just happens again, because if it does, it's a waste of a surgery, it's a waste of money. But if it works, yeah. I mean, it sounds like a cure, right? I would do it if it works. Totally. Save me a lot of time. Robert Holmes wants to know if my new computer is a MacBook. It is. Super excited. My mom's work was getting rid of all their MacBooks because they're switching over from their work computers being Macs to being PCs, and so they sold it to me. It's a MacBook Pro for $420. So excited. It's going to really help the school, so. Susie Babe 100 said, if you made a novel about your life with diabetes, what would it be called, and when are you going to write it? That's funny because I asked you guys that question. I don't know, to be honest. I actually do want to write a book, though. Not now, because I'm in nursing school and I don't have any time. But eventually I think it'd be really cool. It'd probably be something about, I don't know, staying positive. I mean, this is a bad title, but like staying positive with diabetes, something about that maybe. Or just Diabetic Danica. Hey everyone, it's Diabetic Danica. Just call it that. I don't know. But yeah, I would like to write a book. More question time. I'm also going to wrap this up. I think I started at like almost an hour ago. Let's not make it too long. So get your last questions in because I'm going to wrap it up. Kelsey Moore wants to know, how would your life be different if you did not have diabetes? This is a good question. It would be different in a lot of ways. A lot of ways. I wouldn't be in nursing school right now, I don't think, because I don't even know what I would do. What would I do for a career? I don't think I would know about diabetes education because I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't be as passionate about it, so I wouldn't go into it. Maybe I would be like a teacher or something, just because I love kids, but I also don't like school that much, though, which is why I wanted to do like diabetes education, which is teaching, but not in a school. Or maybe like something with kids. But in other ways, how would it be different? It's so hard because I've had it for almost 11 years now, so I'm just trying to think. Well, I was going to say I'd be less like grown up and responsible. I think for my age, I'm pretty like, I feel like telling people that you're mature is really immature, and so I hesitate to say I'm really mature because only immature people say that, but I feel like I'm pretty grown up for my age, and I think that diabetes is kind of a cause of that because you kind of have to be, and you kind of have to take care of yourself and focus on that. So I think I want to say I'd be less responsible, but I'm kind of just a responsible person anyway, so it's hard to really say. I think I would still be a lot more shy like I was before, but maybe not. I don't know. I still sometimes am, but like I used to be really, really shy, and so I just basically consciously chose that I didn't want that anymore. It wasn't making me super happy when I would act that way, and so made a conscious effort, and it takes a long time. Oh my freaking gosh. But basically just try to become more outgoing, and I think YouTube has helped with that a little bit, and so I wouldn't have the YouTube channel if it weren't for diabetes, so in a way that kind of helped me in that way, although it's still a work in progress. And how else would it be different? I wouldn't have met all these awesome diabetics. I mean, for real. Oh, I also wouldn't have had my amazing internship at Novo Nordisk. So that's a thing that wouldn't have happened. It's changed my life in a lot of ways, both good and bad. Sulphur Lions New Zealand said that they're pumping off in the middle of a funeral. You know, the quiet bit. That's unfortunate. I'm sure people understood, though. Okay, don't worry. Aw, CZ Babe 100 said they loved the live vid. It was worth staying up for. Yay! I'm glad that it was worth it. Vanessa Rosales wants to know, if you were to go into teaching, like just teaching, would you have been willing to do special education? I don't see why not. I don't know if that would necessarily initially jump out at me as something that, like, I for sure want to do, but I definitely am not against it by any means. But it's just like, I think it's just personal passions that jump out at you, and I don't know if I'd necessarily pursue it for sure. But I don't see me specifically being like, no way. You know, I think that all kids are valuable and important, and those are the ones that need, you know, more help, and it'd be cool, actually. I really admire people that do special education, for sure. Monique Peterson says that she would love to see a day in the life video while I'm at school, and Robert Holmes seconded that. While I'm in school, like in class. I don't see it as being a possibility of filming in class. I feel like my teachers would be like, what are you doing? And also in clinicals, you can't film because of HIPAA regulations. Like, you can't release patient information at all. So I don't really see that happening. I could do, like, while I'm at school, not in class, like at home, or like maybe between, but not actually in. But that's a cool idea. I wish that it was like easy and okay to do. But Vanessa Rosales wants to know, what made you decide to go into nursing besides having type 1 diabetes? I am only going into nursing because I want to be a diabetes educator, and first you have to be a registered nurse, a registered dietitian. I think now you can have a major or a master's in psychology, and a couple other things. But yeah, so I'm technically not going into nursing. I want to be an RN to become a diabetes educator. So hopefully that clears it up. So yeah, I think I'll stop this video in like, how about like 5 to 10 more minutes? Okay, good. Monique Peterson wants to know, have you ever blogged? Well, I video blog, as you know, but I have done a written blog. I only did it while I was at Novo Nordisk. I had an internship there, and so it's called diabetdanica.tumblr.com. And it's usually in the description of my video, so you can just like click the description and you should be able to find it. So yeah, you can read all about my internship experience. I blogged every single day for a while, and then I would do, that got too hard, and so I did like, I think week recaps at the end, and then the last one is my essay that I wrote for my internship. So if you want to know about my internship, that's a good way to do it. I haven't blogged since, because I'm always in school and writing for school, so I prefer the videos. Oh, that's sweet. Kids Like 2B said, I hope my type 1 is as positive as you are as a young adult. She's only 4, so we have quite an adventure ahead of us. I hope so too. I think you can definitely still live a full, awesome life with diabetes. You can do anything you want to do, and as a 4-year-old, I mean, she has so much potential, so she's going to do awesome. Okay, get your last burning questions in, you guys. Jill Sam. Fluffy Mom says, do you ever wish you didn't have diabetes? Not consistently. Like, I don't dwell on it, but I don't think anyone wants diabetes. No one. People keep taking my video out of context that I made that says 10 things I like about diabetes. I never said I liked having diabetes. I never said 10 reasons I like diabetes. Someone reposted my video and said, it's 10 reasons why I like having diabetes. I don't like having diabetes. Nobody likes having diabetes, but there are things about diabetes that I like, and so that's why I made that video. The things about diabetes that I like does not mean that I like diabetes. I don't think anyone likes having a disease, but I also think that it has its perks and it has its upsides, and you can still, like I said, live an awesome life with it, and it doesn't have to stop you. So by asking me the question, do you ever wish you didn't have diabetes, it makes me think that you think that I am not okay with it, but like not that I want diabetes. I can't really explain what I'm thinking, but basically, I don't want to say all the time, I wish I didn't have diabetes, because I don't think about it like that. I don't dwell on it all the time that I don't want it, but I've never wanted it, if you know what I'm saying. I think that makes sense. So basically, yes, I wish I didn't have it, but I can see all the ways that it's benefiting me, and it's had me have this awesome YouTube channel. It's had me have so many awesome opportunities at diabetes camp and at my internship, and my personal views, I see God using diabetes for good and helping me share my positivity with it with others, and it's cool to see just what comes from a bad situation. But I definitely don't wish I had it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of work, to be honest. But I'm okay with it. Like, I fully accepted that I have it, and so I don't dwell on the fact that I wish I didn't, because obviously you don't want it, but you have it. So let's do this thing, you know? Let's hit it. Full circle. I like how you guys are asking non-diabetes questions. This is awesome. I can't answer that question. No Potato says, if you had to pick one disease to replace diabetes, what would you pick? I don't know. I don't want any diseases. What are you talking about? What's this, like, really simple one? I don't know. No diseases are good. Self-reliance. So these are non-diabetes questions, which I find funny. Self-reliance New Zealand wants to know if I watch Sherlock, the one with Benedict Cumberbatch. I don't, but I have been told that I should, because apparently it's really good. But I've heard a lot about it. I do like British things. Sandara Park says, hello. Hello. Lauren Waddell wants to know, where do you like to shop? This is also not a diabetes question, but I'm going to answer it anyway because it's my live stream. So I like to shop places that are cheap. Like, I am a college student, and so I don't have a lot of money, but some clothes my parents do buy for me. So like jeans, I always get an American Eagle. I like their dark wash skinny jeans a lot. I wear those like all the time. I also have shorts from there and some tops. And then recently I've been getting tops from like H&M and Forever 21 because they're cheap and they tend to be flowy, and I like flowy tops. And yeah, those are the main places. Whatever jumps out at me, like I'll even get stuff at Ross sometimes, or where else? And those are really the main places. Basically wherever I see something cute. I window shop a lot, so I can kind of scope things out. Aw, Tiffany says she missed me. I missed you too. Come visit me. So sad. Let's see. Self-Reliance New Zealand says, you're Christian? Me too. Yeah, I am. Yeah, baby. I love Jesus. Monique Peterson's going. She says, bye from down under. Bye. Cyclopedic tried to sum up my long, confusing explanation of what I was saying about, like, not wishing I had diabetes. And he said, so what you're saying is you've accepted it. Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. Misanthropic Dream says, hey, hey. And they just got their pump today. Congratulations. That's super exciting. Lauren Waddell wants to know, what is your favorite taboo fast food item? I love Oreo McFlurries, she says. Taboo. You mean like I'm not supposed to? What's my favorite fast food item? I just have those moments where you crave fast food, you know? It just happens. My favorite thing? Like, I don't know. Do donuts count? I get these donut cravings, and I just have to have a donut. I don't know if Starbucks counts as fast food, but I'm in love with Starbucks, so I always want that. But like a fast food burger place, curly fries are a thing, even just burgers, just the main stuff is real good. Is real good. And I'm sorry it's so dark now. Maybe I should move the camera now. I'm almost done though. Oh, so much brighter. Because it's dark outside now, but where can I put this? I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move. How's this? Woot. Woot. Little bit better. Okay, let's finish up here. Almost done. I don't know why I keep talking like this. Do you guys like these live streams? I always feel like I just kind of rambled for a long time, and hopefully you kind of like it. I don't know if you do or not. CZ Babe 100 says, when are you coming back to the UK for a meet and greet? Never. No, I'm just kidding. I really wanted to do a meet and greet when I was in the UK, but it just didn't work out timing-wise and logistics-wise. But I would love to go to the UK again. I fully enjoyed my internship, my study abroad there. Oh, Dexcom. Hey, cutie. It says replace sensor soon, if you're wondering. Hey, I'm 121. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, I do want to go back and like visit all the people I met there and stuff, but planning-wise and money-wise, it's just not in the cards right now. But when are you going to come to the US for meet and greet, huh? Huh? Let's see, what else? What else? Thanks for all the questions. They're really great. Miss These questions are awesome. Jennifer Lawrence, which I know is for sure the real one, says, would you rather find true love or $10 million? True love, because I feel like it's more fulfilling and more, you're going to be way more happy having someone you love than money. So, yeah. Lauren Waddell says, Krispy Kreme for the win. I fully agree. Delicious. Miss Anthropic Dreams wants to know, what do you order at Starbucks drink-wise? I like so many things, but I really like vanilla iced lattes, caramel vanilla, it's getting towards the end of the live stream, caramel iced lattes, caramel frappuccinos, Java chip frappuccinos, all the sugary, full of sweet goodness ones that are so delicious. I've never actually ordered black coffee at Starbucks, even though I drink it at home, and I just add like creamer and stuff. But my favorite thing to do is to get a sugary coffee drink and then go for a walk, because the walk can make it. One time I was already going low, and then I went walking with my drink, and I didn't even have to bolus for it, and it was the most gratifying thing ever. I was like, this is like 50 grams of carb, and I didn't have to bolus for a lick of it, and I felt super cool. But if you do go for a walk, it kind of minimizes the spike. Like, you still usually bolus for most of the coffee, but it minimizes the spike, and that's really cool. Helps me enjoy it more. So it's really good. Pohai81 wants to know if I would come to Hawaii for a meet and greet. I want to go to Hawaii so bad. Like I said, timing-wise, money-wise, not in the cards right now. But I'm sure someday I'll come to Hawaii. I don't know if I do a meet and greet. I don't know if there's enough Hawaiian viewers, to be honest, but I want to come there. It looks fantastic. Gregory Muriel says, hi, Danica. Hello. Let's see. Ryan Cassidy wants to know, is that your super organized diabetes door in the background, which you showed on Facebook? Pretty much. Do you see it? I can't see what you're seeing. Wait one second. Yeah, it is. This thing. Right here. That's where they are. Nice eye. Oh, there's paper on the floor. My fan's on, and so it happens. Let's see what else. Jennifer Lawrence, I love that that's your screen name. Hi. Okay, a couple more questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up. I keep saying I'm going to wrap it up. I'm sorry. Will you give Washington State a shout-out? That's from Grace Miller. Shout-out to Washington State, home of Seattle, and rain and Starbucks. Yeah. I'm going to answer a couple more, so keep questions in. I've been saying that for the last half hour. So, Fluffy Mom wants to know, are you involved in your local JDRF group? I was for a long time. I did the walk the year I was diagnosed up until, what year did I stop? I think I just stopped last year. How many years is that? Like 9 or 10 years? 9 years. I think I did it for 9 years. And I had my team every year, and I raised money, and it was so fun. I definitely recommend the Walk to Cure Diabetes. It's a lot of fun, and you just all rally together for one cause, and it's great raising money and having your team and making t-shirts and all of that good stuff. And then I went to England during the walk, I think. England like made it so I couldn't do the walk, and then I've just been busy ever since, and so I'm not doing that. I've recently become more interested in charities that bring insulin to third world countries and places that don't have access to insulin, because I feel like that's really important. And while a cure here is really important too, I feel like the way they're headed, the cure is probably going to be technology-based and therefore really, really expensive. And so I think it's kind of important that we first get insulin available to everyone. Insulin has been invented for like almost 100 years, I think, and not every country has access to it, and that's really sad. So I'd like for that to happen, and then we can, you know, get the cure. But they can still keep working on it. I'm okay with that, but I think those causes are kind of overlooked, and they're really important. So, yeah. Lauren Waddell wants to know, any summer plans? Going to nursing school. Yep. This is my summer. I'm also going to explore, too. Like, I've been having fun, too, and it's sunny and everything, and it's good. It's really good. Tiffany wants to know if I'm getting used to the new state and everything. Like I said, I moved. Yeah, it's really nice. It's been really, really pretty days out here, really sunny, and I love just exploring new places, wandering around, seeing awesome, beautiful buildings, and you know, some bodies of water and parks and different people and touristy stuff, and so it's been really fun. I really enjoyed it, but now I'm about to get really busy with nursing school. So speaking of which, I'll wrap up with this. Honestly, right now I'm planning on I've been uploading, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been doing it every single week, and I never said I would because I didn't want to commit to that and then be like, I can't do that. But recently I've been doing it every single week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep that up depending on the intensity of the program, because it is an intensive program, and I also have work study at the same time. And so right now I have 2 more videos that I've already filmed, one that I've edited, one that I have not, and so those are definitely coming your way, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But it might be a little bit more length of time between each one. So we'll just see. I'm definitely going to keep it up, though, keep doing it. I do have breaks and stuff where I can make more videos, and hopefully have like a backlog of videos that I can upload throughout the months. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to my live stream. These always fly by for me. It has been a lot of fun, and there's way more questions this time than there were before. I think it just shows how many more people I have following me now than I did before. I just hit 5,000 subscribers recently, so thank you so much for that. That was really exciting. And thank you for coming and asking questions, and you guys are just awesome, and you're the best diabetes ever. So have a great whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you guys soon with the video. Bye!